All right, welcome. Happy Wednesday. All right, let me do this really quickly. Facebook's doing this thing. There is nobody here right now but you who's watching the replay. So let me share this out with my group. Let me make sure and do an audio and all that fancy smanchy stuff, and then we'll get started. Okay, first things are first, you guys. Today I don't have on my glasses, or I don't have it on any contact lenses. I don't have them in. And I called the other day to reorder some, and she said that they had expired. So I have to go back and see my doctor. So I've got an appointment with her next week. But I do have my glasses over here just in case I need this for today. And speaking of that, what we're going to be talking about for a few minutes today is the formula for failure at running a daycare business. So it's going to be good. And I've even got a little prompt over here. So you guys, this is just going to be a time for you to take some time out to invest in yourself. We're going to do a little bit of mindset mentoring, just kind of that kind of thing. Okay. So anybody, if you know me, I do mindset mentoring. The mind is so powerful, and it's something that if you don't take care of, if you don't, if you're not aware of your mind, it can really cause a lot of issues in your daycare business. And obviously, when I ran mine, I had those same issues as well. So let me get this going over here, you guys. As you come in, if you can just say hello and that you can hear and see me okay, and where you're coming in from, that will be awesome sauce. I am checking audio and video over here, and I do want to try to share this out with my group today as well. I forgot the last week I forgot to share it out with my group, so I do want to make sure that I get this shared to them as well. And we will get started. All right, so yes, as you come in, please say hello. Let me know that you are, that you can hear and see me okay, and all that good stuff. And I'm going to do a quick check over here really quickly, you guys, and then we'll get started. So give me a second. I might have to walk away, or not walk away, but I might have to scoot over here just for a little bit because I can't hear or see. Okay. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hope you've had a great week, Carolyn. All right. I think we're good on sound, and I think we're good on audio. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share this out with my group, and then we'll jump in. We're going to talk about, again, we're going to talk about the formula for failure at running a daycare business. So y'all give me a second, because I just stated a few minutes ago, for those of you that are just joining, I don't have my contact lenses in today. And I have my glasses over here just in case I need them. But yes, I do not have any contact lenses in. They expired, and I called, and she was like, oh, you got to come in. And, I never knew that, because I've pretty much worn glasses like I think I started wearing glasses in second grade. And so anyway, I just recently started wearing contacts like regularly, and I did not know that they expire once a year and that you've got to go back in and see the doctor. So anyway, let me get this shared out really quickly and share to a page. How is everybody doing? How's your daycare businesses going? I would love if you can just, as you're coming in, if you can just leave that in the comments below, and let me know how your daycare businesses are going. What's going on? Do you have any questions for me while I'm trying to get this shared out? And since, you know what? Okay, I think we're good there. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Today is going to be, like I said, a little bit different. So we're going to do a little bit of mindset, just mindset stuff. So anyway, for those of you that are joining, first of all, thank you so much for sitting here patiently and waiting for me to do some of the behind the scenes things, which I'm still kind of working on as well. So hang on, y'all. Let me just do this, y'all, because it's going to bug me if I don't get it done. So as you're coming in, though, go ahead and let me know that you can hear and see me okay. I'm going to share this out with my group. This is going to be good, so I don't want anybody to miss this at all. So I'm going to do this share really quickly. Share, posting as, manage, share in a group. Let me do the name of the group, CHIR. the Child Care Success. And if you're not a part of my group, be sure you join. I'll give that in a minute. Okay, we're good. I'm sorry about that, you guys. So lovely stuff of Facebook, right? You would think that whenever like somebody goes live on their Facebook business page, they would just automatically share that in. But anyway, once again, as you're joining, please let me know where you're joining from. Say hello to me and all that good stuff. And we will get started. All right. So for those of you that are joining and you do not know who I am, or you're new to Child Care Success Tools, my name is Ashley Benz. I am a child care business strategizer and mindset mentor. What qualifies me to do this is that I actually owned, operated, ran, and directed, you guys, there's something flying in here. I owned, operated, ran, and directed a child care business of 10 years. And who I help child care owners that are, or people that are trying to get started. So like if you are trying to start a daycare business, I help you do that. And then once we get it up and running, then we actually do what's called child care business automation. We inject automation into your daycare business. And this allows you to not only have a quality program, but a quality of life, which something that I did not have. Now, the program was quality, okay? But my life was on a scale from 1 to 10. When I first got started, I would say was about a 3. If 10 was the highest, I was definitely at a 3. Did not have a life. I worked so many hours, long hours, and a lot of the work that I did was hard work. It wasn't smart work. And so my passion is to really, really help childcare owners across the entire world be able to take care of you and be able to run that successful childcare business, making sure that you do provide that quality, but that you're taking care of yourself. And so that's what I do. And we do that through childcare business automation. Now, once again, if you're just joining, please say hello. I'm going to let you guys know this as well. I did this in the last video last week, but I'm going to let you know that Facebook's algorithm has changed a lot. And what they're doing is that if you are not liking or commenting on posts that go out on especially these videos and things like that, you're not going to see my stuff. So, which makes sense. There's no need in Facebook showing you things that you're not interested in. So if you're interested in what I have to offer here, please be sure that you're liking, sharing, and definitely comment below. And then that way you're telling Facebook's algorithm, please make sure to show me Ashley Benz's stuff. Okay. So, I really appreciate that. Now, I would like to invite you to share, like, and love this video. Okay. If you know of anybody, any friends of yours, childcare business owners, friends, whatever, that could use this, please share this out, you guys, okay? This is going to be some good stuff today. I actually have something we're going to do differently. So I'm going to show you guys really quickly. But I have a prop that we're going to use today. I'm excited about this. I've never done this before. I've never had like a prop in a live video or anything like that. So we've got something we're going to do today. And so, yes, super excited. All right. This video is sponsored by my Childcare Business Automation Academy. Thank you so much for the hearts and the likes and the loves. Hello, Charlotte. How are you? Did I miss anybody else that came in that I didn't say it? Hi, Natasha. Okay, perfect. This video is sponsored by my Childcare Business Automation Academy. You guys, my Childcare Business Automation Academy is now open for fall enrollment. And basically, it is your step-by-step plug-and-play automation systems that run in the background of your daycare business, okay? Right now, I have a 7-day free trial. You can go into my Automation Academy. You can take it for a test drive. And if you like it and you want to stay and you want to hang out with me, it's just $57 a month, you guys, $1.90 a day. And if you are running a successful childcare business, or at least you've got 2 kids in your program, basically to pay for itself. Okay, so anyway, I will leave information for that below at the end of this video with links and all that good stuff there. Okay, all right, once again, as you're coming in, please say hello. So I was thinking today and I was like, okay, what am I going to talk about? Monday, I went into my my group where I work with my private clients, and I was just talking to them about just, their mind for the week and just making sure that they really think positive and that they keep their headspace right. So I was just like, you know what? I just want to kind of really elaborate on that for this video. One thing I also told them is that I have been working out of inspiration. And sometimes I think, for me, at least in business, I think we all get like that. We get kind of caught up in some of the mechanics part of it, which is you gotta do that stuff. That's just part of it. But we sometimes kind of forget we forget our why. We forget like why we're actually doing what we're doing. And we kind of lose working out of that inspiration mode. So anyway, right now I am working out of inspiration. What that means is that, yes, I have my calendar, but a lot of things right now are really inspired. Like I'm just having all this inspiration going on, which is awesome. This is where you should always this is where you should always be in your business. Because once you lose your inspiration and once you kind of lose that, you kind of lose why, and then you just kind of start going through the motions. And then once you start going through the motions, you get lost. Okay, you definitely get lost. So hi Ladrina, good morning. All right, so let's jump into today's topic, the proven formula for failure at running a daycare business, you guys. All right, so I'm going to go over 3 things. And when I kind of look back at all the failures that I had running my daycare business, and even now in business, there were like 4 things that came up for me when because I took some time and I looked back and I was thinking, okay, what was it? Like, why, whenever I made those failures, what was going on? And, the thing about it is that we hear about the formula for success. Okay, you guys, that's all everywhere. The formula for success. And the definition for the formula for success is when preparedness meets opportunity. So I thought about, well, you know what? It's kind of like we also have to study the opposite. Like, there is so much out there about formulas for success and being successful and all this, all that kind of stuff. But when you are in business, you kind of have to study everything, right? And so technically, the formula for failure is actually the opposite of the formula for success, which is basically when unpreparedness does not meet opportunity. Okay, and we're going to kind of dive into that. So I will let you guys know that today we are going to be doing a little bit, it's going to be some mind stuff here. Okay, so just hang with me here. We will be I'm going to help you out up here a little bit. Okay. So like I was saying, it's when unpreparedness does not meet an opportunity. Now, here's the thing about this, you guys, is that, hang on, because I think I just got my notes mixed up, which is why I'm like all over the place, right? And I did. Here's the thing about it, you guys. Unpreparedness meets opportunity. Here's the thing about it. There's always opportunity, and that's never going to change, okay? Hi, Jessica. How are you? There's always going to be opportunity, right? So I don't ever want you to go through life thinking that there's not opportunity, because it's always there. The opportunity is always there. What happens is that we're not prepared for that, right? We're just not prepared for that. And that's where the success does not happen. So even in your daycare business, even for those of you that are getting started, for those of you that are whatever, okay, if right now you are struggling and you really honestly feel like you're just kind of in that failure mode, or maybe you just feel like that, you know what, it's just not happening for me, I feel stuck, that kind of thing. It's not because the opportunity is not there. That's not the problem. The problem is that you were unprepared, okay? And that is, that's what we're going to talk about, right? Okay. Hi, Lori. Is it Lori? Lori Ann. Hi, welcome. All right, you guys. So the first part of that formula for failure at running a daycare business is lack of knowledge, okay? The Bible teaches, Scripture teaches that we can suffer for a lack of knowledge, okay? And so we know that, I don't have to tell you guys that, but if you can't go where you don't know, right? You can't, if the path is here, okay, but you don't know that it's there, you don't know how to, whatever, to use that, you can't go there. So you can't go to places that you don't know anything about. So the lack of knowledge is one of the formulas of failure. Okay, you don't know, you're not going to go. I know one saying is that we can only teach we can only teach what we've been taught, right? Which means that if I've only been taught a certain amount of information, that's as far as I can go. So I have to gain knowledge. Okay, the lack of knowledge, you will suffer for the lack of knowledge. Literally, you will suffer for that. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, for the hearts and the likes. Second thing, bad decision making. Okay, bad decision making is it's a part of the formula of failure at running a daycare business. Okay, so you guys have heard me talk about this before, and I've talked about that when I first got started. I think I did a video about this maybe 3 weeks ago, I don't know, a month ago. When I first got started, I was not aware that I had to have workers' comp on my family, on my mom and my sister. Did not know that, right? Because when I first got started, that's the only people that helped me. I didn't know I had to have workers' comp on them, so that was a lack of knowledge, right? And it almost costed me about $10,000 because that's what the fine was. And so we had to go in and get a lawyer and had to work with the state of Kentucky to get that down, and we finally got that taken care of. So the lack of knowledge, I failed at that, right? Because I did not know, I failed at that, okay? Bad decision making. Bad decision making is definitely a formula for failure at running a daycare business or anything in life. You guys can use this in other areas as well, okay? But obviously we here in this space, we talk about running a daycare business. But bad decision making, that's just it. Not making the right decisions, okay? Number 3, and we're going to get into something here in a minute. Your why. Your why. Your why it's a formula. It's part of the formula for failure if you don't know your why and you don't stay focused on your why. And so one of the questions I want to ask you right now, okay, to help you kind of really think about this is, where are you going with this thing? Okay? What is the end result that you're trying to reach? Because whatever that end result is, that is your why. And a lot of times we get so trapped in the day-to-day stuff that we forget about that. We literally forget about that. You guys, and let me just say this, you guys. People have vision boards, quotes I got quotes up here on my wall, y'all. I know people do Post-it notes on their mirrors in the mornings and affirmations. And please, those are so good. So I would tell you, affirmations are really, really good. But if you forget your why, then you will fail. You will fail because your why is what gets you up every single morning. Your why is what gets you up when you don't want to get up. Your why is what keeps you moving. It was yesterday, me and my husband were talking, and we always talk about business, and that's just something we like to talk about. And so he was telling me, he was like, Ashley, you were one person that I have ever met in my life that is self-motivated. He was like, sometimes I don't see how you do it. He's like, I don't have that, And he was like, you get up every morning and you just go at it. And that because I have a why, right? And that keeps me moving. So even on the mornings that I don't feel like getting up and doing it, I'm up, okay? I get up and I go. Where are you trying to end up? That's my question for you. Where are you trying to end up, okay? And wherever that is, you need to stay focused on that, okay? Because when you get into the day-to-day, okay, you get into that grind, which is the day-to-day stuff, and you kind of forget about that. And when you have those moments where you do feel like giving up or you feel like throwing in the towel, you've got to go back to your why, okay? Carolyn says self-motivation is hard. It is. And a lot of people just are not self-motivated. A lot of people have to have other people behind them to push them. But as a business owner and as an entrepreneur, you have to be a self-motivator. That is one characteristic that you just got to have. And so it is something that you just you have to learn how to do. You have to learn how to motivate yourself, right? So, okay. Number four actually, is your mindset. Okay, so we're talking about the formula for failure at running a daycare business, and this is your mindset, and this is where we're going to dive a little bit deeper into. So as I'm talking about this, you guys, I do have a little prompt that I'm going to use here in a minute. I'm so excited about doing this. I was gonna like get up. I have a board back here in the back, and I was gonna try to figure out how can I do that on the board, but I said no, I'm gonna use this. So this is actually Nova's. For anybody that, if you're new to me, I have a 3-year-old, and so anyway, of course she's got like loads of toys. This is hers, and I got this at where did I get this at? Michael's. And it's just like a little area, like if she does Play-Doh or something like that, she can kind of keep it all in here. So anyway, I got this, but we're going to use this for something different today. Okay, so let's talk about your mindset, because part of the formula for failure is this, and this is usually where it all starts. Okay, scriptures teach that as he thinks in his heart, so is he. And the heart is basically referring to the mind, which is man's source of intelligence. It's basically what is all programmed inside of here. So the first thing I want to go over about your mindset is that the results that you have right now is a manifestation of what you have been thinking. Okay, let me say that again. Write this down. The results of where you are right now is a manifestation of what you have been thinking, right? See, our feet are going to carry us where our mind has been thinking, okay? Your feet will go there, okay? You're going to do that. Whatever your mind has been thinking up here, you will do that. And that is, even subconsciously. So we even have to be careful about what's going on in our subconscious mind, because you will go to that place, right? You will go there. That will happen. And so we have to be careful about what we're telling her. And y'all, we've heard all this stuff, y'all. There's a lot of motivational stuff that goes on out there, but it's true. As he thinks in his heart, so is he. So whatever your results are right now in your daycare business journey, whether you're trying to get started. So let's bring it in a little bit more, right? If you're trying to get started and you've been stuck for 2 or 3 years, that's because of your mind. That's because of what you've been telling and thinking yourself. And this is what you guys are telling me. And so I hear this all the time. I don't know where to start. Okay. I don't have the money. Okay. You keep telling yourself that, you're going to be exactly there, right? And these are nothing but, this is just, you're lying to yourself. You are absolutely lying to yourself, because there are so many people that are starting daycare businesses all over, okay, that don't have the money. And I am one of those people that did that. So what it is that you are basically, what you're doing is, it is just simply fear, right? So you come up with, you try to justify your fear. You try to justify your fear of getting started. And you do that by saying, I don't know where to begin and I don't have the money. Listen, you guys, listen. That is that's not right. Okay? It's not. Because you can Google anything. You can literally Google. If you want to know how to start a daycare, you can Google that. And you will find your way. Okay? You will find your way. I'm reading comments, y'all. Hi, Natasha and Jessica. Yeah, I mean, it is. You know, y'all don't. You're feeding yourself crap, because everybody, y'all, Google is everywhere, right? I mean, I remember this, y'all. So and when the encyclopedias were out, remember that, when that's all that we had. That is it. And so those encyclopedias, like, they would have volumes of them, right? And I think you could like get them. I don't know if they would come out every year or something like that. That was all. Y'all, listen. Stop telling yourself that. Stop telling yourself that you don't know where to start, and stop telling yourself that you don't have the money. Okay? All right. I'm going to move on away from that. But do remember that wherever you are right now is because it's a manifestation of what you've been thinking. Now, I want to take it to people that are already in business. And I want to take it to you guys that feel like you want to throw in the towel. I was reading something the other day, and I don't know what I was reading, you guys. I'm always looking at stuff or listening to stuff. And it was about these business owners who, and I think they were daycare owners. And they were actually talking about they want to throw in the towel. They really feel like giving up. Yada, 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 yada. You can't tell yourself that. Even if you feel like that, like psych your mind out. Like psych yourself out and go, just tell yourself totally opposite. Literally, just tell yourself, even if you have those days where you feel like I want to throw in the towel, I don't want to, just say totally different. Say, no, I'm going to keep going. I don't want to throw in the towel. I don't feel like giving that. Like literally, sometimes we have to psych ourselves out, okay? You got to psych yourselves out, right? You have to. Because why is that? Because you are training your brain to think a certain way, okay? And we all, listen guys, we work with children. So we understand about, you guys know this stuff. You know about the brain, how the brain works. We know that with infants and babies, how they develop. We know that. Why can a baby learn 3 different languages in the first 6 months, 6 to 8, 12 months of their life? Why is that we can teach them a language at that early, and they can have like learn 2 different languages? Why is that? Because we can program their little minds to do that. So y'all listen, you guys know this stuff. You know it with the kids. When it comes to yourself, it's like it just goes out the window, right? Use the same stuff that you teach the kids. Use the stuff that you learn when you go to these child development classes, you guys. The stuff that the mind of a child is no different. We all have the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, it's a brain. It's a human brain, right? Prep for preschool. Deidre says it gets really tough, but you have to press through. It does get tough. Business is not easy. If that was the case, we all know the saying, everybody would be doing it, right? Running a daycare business, everybody would be doing it, right? So we got to press through. She's right. We got to press through. All right, let me move on. Here's another good one, you guys, okay? And then I'm going to get into my little prompt here. Business, thank you so much for the hearts, you guys. Thank you so much. Tracy says, off the subject, okay, expanding from a home to a group. Is there any way to not have to do a use on review? Okay, Tracy, just rephrase that for me and I will get to that at the end, okay? Number thing, business is a inside out job. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna put my notes down on this because I don't need notes for that. Okay. Business is an inside out job. It starts from here. Okay. So whatever is not happening for you that you would like to happen, it starts inside. Okay. And this is really hard to explain, and I'll try to explain it the best way that I can. Just for in this little short thing that we're doing right now. But it is an inside job. But a lot of times we focus on the outward stuff. We focus on the, all the stuff, the day-to-day, the mechanisms, the moving parts and pieces and all that kind of stuff. But we kind of forget to focus on ourselves. Okay. And it really does go back to the fact that as he thinks in his heart, I got to keep going back to that, right? But it is an inside job, right? So you do have to be careful about everything that goes on inside of your body, your mind, what you eat, okay? How you're taking care of yourself, all that stuff, because all of that, another scripture I love is that whatever is in a man will come out, okay? Whatever is in a man is going to come out. So if you are not taking care of yourself, that is going to come out and spill over into your childcare business. And so therefore, because you feel sloppy, you feel drained, then you're going to have a drained quality, a program that's also drained as well. It's going to be draining. It's going to look draining. It's going to look, run down, whatever. It's going to come out into your business, okay? If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not eating right. Okay, if you're not, my hard thing is drinking water. I hate it. I hate drinking water. Don't like the taste of it. I'm trying to work on it, you guys. I always got to have something sweet, some juice or something. But it's, that's going to come out. If I don't start drinking enough water, then eventually over the course of years, it's going to start showing in my skin. You guys know that, right? So just remember that business is an inside out job. You work on the inside, it's going to spill into your daycare program, okay? Okay, reading comments. Hang on, y'all. All right. We're going to get into this prompt in a minute, so stick with me here. And this is where we're at. Mindset, your mindset, formula for failure at running a daycare business, this big gap, okay? And so this is where my little prompt comes in. I hope y'all can see this. I'm going to make sure that y'all, yes, this worked out perfectly. Look, okay. So, all right, so here we are, right? And what you're dealing with right now, and I want you to think about anything that's just not going right. Any failures that you've either had in the past with your daycare business, any failures with your enrollment, failures with your accounting and budgeting, maybe some bad reviews that came on. Maybe some parents said they didn't like your program and that was a failure for you. There was an issue there. If you're trying to get started and you've been trying to get started for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it's 5 years and you still haven't started this childcare business that you say that you've been wanting to do because it's a passion of yours. I want you to think about these failures that you either are having or have had, and this is what we're going to do, okay? So this is your mind, okay? This nice circle here is your mind, right? This here, and I hope y'all can see that, okay? This is where you currently are at, okay? This is where you're trying to go. And this part in the middle, which I think y'all can see that. I can't see it because the comments are covering up. This section in the middle is where this is the failure aspect of it, okay? This is the failure aspect of it. This is just where it's just not happening. It's called the gap. It's a big gap between here and here. This is where you're trying to go, and this is where you're at. And so there's this bridge here. And what you deal with is that you're trying to figure out, how do I get to this other side? How do I get to this other side? And every time you try to get over there, something happens and you fail at that, okay? You fail at that. Well, let's go back to the formula for failure at running a daycare business. Well, number one, lack of knowledge. So you try to get over here, right? And you fail. Well, because there's something that you did there. This bridge here has, and actually it shouldn't be so straight of a line because we already know that. So I'm going to change that right now, right? It's actually like that. Okay. We've heard that before too, that success is not, there is no such thing as a straight line to success. So it's all like that. And so because of your lack of knowledge of knowing how to navigate this crazy, not of a straight line, then you get maybe up in here and something happens and then you fall. Okay. Bad decision making. So now we have what? We've got a little bit of knowledge, but because we're not implementing and executing and using, then we start making bad decisions and here we go again. We fall down. Okay. And then our mindset. Now here's another thing else that happens. And this is kind of the funny part about it that sometimes I don't think that you realize, but we have, it's like, and I've heard you guys have probably feel like this as well. And I'm sorry, I'm covering myself up. Where you feel like you're on a hamster wheel. Like, has anybody ever felt like that? And I know you do, because I felt like that. I feel like I was on a hamster wheel. So it seems like, okay, you're over here, and then you just kind of keep going around. But let me tell you what happens though about that wheel. You can easily jump off of that hamster wheel or whatever that you're dealing with in your daycare business journey. You can jump off, because here's what happens. Look at how a circle works, right? There's always a start, and there's always this side of the circle, and there's always this side, right? You can either come in here, you can go out there, you can come in here, you can come out there, okay? So here's what happens when you go in this circle. Guess what? You always come around to the end part. You always come around to that. But because of the lack of knowledge, because we're not making the right decisions, because our mindset, guess what? What happens? We just miss it. You was right there at it. You had the answer that you need to get, fill your enrollment. You had the answer that you need to be able to start your daycare business, right? The answer came right to you. But because you are so in your head, you missed it. And this is what happens all the time. You keep going around in this circle, and you're trying to get over here. You're trying to get whatever is needed answers that are needed that you're missing in here to get here, you keep coming back around to it, and you just keep, it happens all the time, you guys. And it's like when you kind of sit back and think about it. I mean, I've done this exercise for myself, and I've actually taken like a one of my failures that I've had in business or running my daycare business, and I've taken that and I'll kind of look back and kind of like dissect it, and then I'll actually be like, okay, Ashley, answers came to you all the time, and then I'll go back and think about the answer, or it could be anything, right? It could be a free download. It could be a friend that said something or that triggered something else. I mean, it could be anything. It could be something you see on TV that's not even related to the problem, but it just triggers something. And instead of you like staying on that thought and actually like testing it out, well, we just keep going around. So that's where you just keep going around in a circle, because you keep missing the mark on whatever it is that you need. See, the thing is that whatever that you need, it will come to you. It does come to you. Okay? I believe that. That's happened to me so many times. Like whatever that you need, it always comes to you, guys. I hope that was very helpful, my little prop there. It always comes to you. But if your mind is not right, you can't attract that in. You will pass by it. It's just sitting there waiting for you, but you will pass by it just like that circle, right? Okay. So here is your homework. Let me go and look at comments real quick. Hang on. I'm looking at comments. I got to go back a little bit. Tracy says, hang on, y'all. Let me answer these really quickly, and then I'm gonna end this video. I got your homework for you, okay? Y'all, and I know, like, you guys, there's all kinds of motivational stuff and speakers and all that good stuff, and that's kind of why I try to stay. Like, I don't like to get on here and do a lot of that stuff. I like to do that more stuff like when I'm working with clients. Because then when I'm working with a client, I specifically know what their issue is. Like, because I can feel their pulse, and I know specifically what their issue is. So I don't do a lot of this stuff. But it is like, this stuff is so, like, I can't argue with what scripture teaches about as he thinks in his heart, so is he. So I was like, I want to do this today. Okay. Let me go and do comments, and then I'm going to end off the video. Okay. So we've got Tracy says, off the subject, expanding from a home to a group, is there any way to not have to do a use on review? Okay. Tracy, I am not for sure what you're asking there. I don't really know what you mean about to not have to do a use on review. You'll have to explain it if you're still with us. And if you watch the replay, just come back in here. Kim, hi Kim. She says, like a holiday. Hello, Ash. Been crazy busy in South Africa, but I am here. P.S. Love your hairstyle. Thank you, Kim. Y'all, this hairstyle came from just not having time to do anything to my hair at all. So I said, let's whip it up. That's usually, if you guys ever see me in a bun, it's because I have not had time to do anything with it. So, all right. Latasha says, try it with lemons sometimes. There you go. Exactly. Tracy, Metropolitan Planning Commission, we have to do a use on review in Tennessee. Is there any way around it? Oh, there you are, Tracy. A use on review. I have never heard of a use on review. That's something new. Like, what is a use on review? And I'm actually in Kentucky. So that is something a little bit new to me. So if you're still with me, if you just want to kind of elaborate on that. Yolanda says, okay. So let me go for you guys' homework. This is what I need for you to do, okay? Because just to kind of recap, we always talk about the formula for success, but because failure is our opponent, okay? Failure is like, you think about soldiers, they don't really focus on they focus on how they're going to be successful at, winning a war or whatever, fighting a war. But what do they focus? They focus on their opponent. They have to study their opponent. And so in business and running our daycare businesses, failure is your opponent. So you better be studying him, because if you don't know how he works, then you're not going to be able to understand success. So your homework, here's what I want you to do. The first thing, I want you to take your current knowledge that you have, and I want you to test it. Okay. See, running a business, you are always in a phase of testing things. Okay. It's literally like you are like, it's like a lab. Okay. I always look at it, it's like a lab. Okay. Take your current knowledge you have, and I want you to test that. Okay. One of my other favorite scriptures says that test all things and hold fast to that which is true. So all the knowledge that you have about running a successful childcare business, all the knowledge that you've gained from courses, everything you see here online, in classes, from friends, family, yada, 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 take that stuff and test it out. And then you hold fast to that which is true. You hold fast to that which is working. But test out what's going to work for your end results. Okay? What are you trying to reach? What are you trying to do with this thing? Okay? Second thing I want you to do, I want you to assess your decision making. What are you basing your decisions off of? Okay? Are you basing, so let's go into like a prime example. What are you basing your decisions off of? When you sit there and say that you're too tired or you want to throw in the towel, or this is what I should be doing with my enrollment. This is what I should be doing on social media to increase my engagement. What are you basing your decisions off of? Are you doing it off of a feeling? Are you doing it off of what others are doing? Or are you doing what's working for you? Because at the end of the day, you guys, you've got to do what works for you. And I always say that whatever helps me reach my end result, that's what's going to work for me. Anything else, I'm leaving it alone. If it's not going to allow me to reach what I am trying to do, I'm leaving it alone. So prime example, I'm not interested in something. I'm not going to read an article about hustling or stuff. I'm not reading that because I'm not trying to hustle. Because if I read that article, then that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be hustling, and that's not my end result I'm trying to reach, right? I'm not trying to reach that kind of thing. So I'm not going to be reading stuff about that or anything like that, right? Okay. So, what is your end result, and what are you basing your decisions off of? Is it feeling? Is it because of what other people are doing? Oh, I'm going to do this because everybody else is doing it. Or is it because what's working for you? Okay. The third thing is get your mind right. Please, y'all, sometimes we are just in our own heads. Get out of your own head and get your mind right. Okay? Just get your mind right. That's all you got to do. Stop telling yourself crap. Stop telling yourself you can't do it. Stop telling yourself it's too hard. Stop telling yourself that your enrollment numbers are low. Stop looking at your bank account and then basing your decisions off of that. Just stop it. Okay? Just stop it. Okay? Where am I at in my notes, y'all? What is this gap? What is the gap that is in between? For those of you that missed it, I just did a little prompt here. Go back and look at the replay if you're just joining. Okay, we did a whole little thing here. Okay, we did a whole little exercise here. Okay, we had a class here today. What is the gap? Okay, study that gap. Craft that gap. Figure out what that is for you. What is causing you to miss over here? What is causing you to miss your end result? Because you be passing by it all the time. Okay? You pass by this thing that you need, whatever that it is, to help you. So what is it? Okay? A lot of times, you guys, we're just in our own way. We're in our own way. Business is an inside out job. Okay? Your results is a manifestation of how you've been thinking. You're the problem. And I say this out of love. You're the issue. It's nobody's problem but yours. You're the one causing all the failures. Lack of knowledge, bad decision making, and not getting just up here. Okay? All right. Side note. Here's something else I kind of want to throw this in here. Get around other childcare business owners, you guys, who can feel your pulse. Okay, but the only way that they can feel your pulse is that you've got to get involved, you've got to share, and you've got to connect with other people. Okay, you've got to do that, right? Another thing too. Now I kind of talked about this, but another thing too, it's like a little star I have on my notes here. Not taking care of yourself. Oh, you will definitely fail. I promise you that. I don't even have to know you. I don't have to know anything about you. I don't have to know where you're at or what. You don't take care of yourself, you are going to fail. You know what's going to happen? You're going to fall over. That's just it. You're going to fall over. You're going to fail. Literally. Take care of yourself, okay? Because that also is a formula for failure. That's part of failure there, okay? Hang on. I'm looking at comments. What are other owners doing that they would say is a draw card to get more children? Wondering how backward South Africa could be. Hi, Samitra. How are you? Jessica says, call those things that be not as they were. Speak over you and your place of business. Yes, you got yes. Like, you really have to be careful about the things that you tell yourself and what you actually say out loud. Okay, you got to be careful about that stuff. You know, you got to be careful about just like we just talked about here, talking about that stuff. Oh, my enrollment's low. Oh, this is not working. Oh, whatever. Stop talking like that. Stop talking like that. Get the knowledge that you need. Start making the right decisions and get your mind right. Okay. All right, you guys. I hope this was good. I had fun doing this. Virtual goodie bag, you guys, as I end out this video today. 7-day free trial, you guys, to my Childcare Business Automation Academy is now open. Fall enrollment is open. It is your step-by-step plug and play automation. I'm still here. Just said I was having some connection issues. What you guys just got, we do this inside of the Academy, okay? Well, I'm actually updating the Academy. The Academy's been around for about maybe a year and a half, going on 2 years. I'm updating the Academy. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff like this inside of the Academy, okay? Because I just don't think that there is enough stuff out there, in my personal opinion, that really helps childcare business owners focus on things, on mindset stuff. I think there's a lot of motivation, but I think for me, motivation and mindset are two different things in my opinion. Motivation is just something that gets you hyped up, makes you feel good, and then, you know, and then it's like when you leave, you're still like, okay, now what am I supposed to do now again? Can you tell me again what am I supposed to do when I go back to my daycare business, right? Mindset is totally different. So motivation is great because, like I said, it's a feel good kind of thing. It's a quick feel good pill. But mindset is totally different. Mindset actually helps to shift. And so anyway, 7-day free trial inside of my Childcare Business Automation Academy. If you have not taken advantage of that, please do so now. I will tell you that I'm going to be closing the doors to the 7-day free trial. I think I'm going to be running it through September. I'm not for sure. I was thinking about maybe doing it through the 1st of October, but Nova is on fall break. And so the first week of October, I will not be working. And so I don't know if I want to be doing all that there or not. But anyway, all I can tell you is if you have not taken advantage of it, get inside of that academy, you guys. The stuff that you got today, that's what we're going to be doing, okay? I'm also going to be updating the academy with some self-care courses and things like that, because that's important as well. You've got to take care of yourself because then you can take care of your mind and you're able to be free to do everything that needs to get done in your daycare business, okay? I'm also, if you're not a part of my free private Facebook group community, be sure that you join. I'm going to leave the links to the 7-day free trial below, along with the group. For those of you that are part of that group, and y'all, look, use that group, okay? This is what I'm saying about get around childcare owners that can feel your pulse. And what I mean by that, you know, some things are just like, I don't know how to explain this, y'all. But for me, I'm really particular about who I have in my circle. So anybody that knows me on a personal level, I don't have a lot of friends. Like, you don't see me out with a lot of girlfriends. I don't like, because I'm very, very particular. The reason why is because I know that I have to protect this up in here. And if I get around the wrong kind of people, or people that don't understand, not so much my vision, because I don't need for you to understand my vision, because it's mine. So I don't need for you to understand it. But I have to be careful about who I get around with. We know that scripture says that evil companion will corrupt good manners. So I have to be careful. So what I love about this whole online thing is that you can really connect with people that get it. You can connect with childcare business owners that can feel your pulse. And what I mean by feeling your pulse, somebody that you can like literally spill it out on, right? That you can trust, that they're genuine people. They're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff that people be doing, right? That's just evil and wrong and all that craziness. So, hang on, y'all. Comments are coming in. I know Carolyn's inside the academy and she says she cannot wait for the update. I cannot wait for the updates, you guys. And it's crazy because I'm setting, you know, I've been like yesterday I posted in there and I was like, I was trying to get some feedback on a course and I have to like literally get myself, I have to like strap myself down to this chair and this desk because I'm so excited with all the updates and I have to get focused. And sometimes it's hard for me to do that because as an entrepreneur, I'm like, man, I just want to get this up. I'm going to get it out. But yeah. Lori Ann says, yes. Kimberly Peaks. Hi, Kimberly. She says, love it. I get busy sometimes. When I slow down, I can visit and work on the academy. Well, Miss Kimberly, we're going to be doing some accountability features in the academy. Miss Kimberly's a part of the academy. And so I'm going to help you slow down. That's one thing, you guys, that you'll have to do. If you're going to be growing your business, you're going to have to slow down. Okay. Cause sometimes we get too busy on busy work and not purpose driven work. And so Miss Kimberly, there will be some features in there that's going to help you, okay, with some accountability and also to help you slow down. Okay. So I'll be digging deep into what's going on in you guys' business. All right. I think that's everything. If you guys like this, you know, let me know if you like to see stuff like this every now and then a little bit more, kind of change it up a little bit. Let me know. But I had fun with this, you guys. I had fun. I will kind of tell you guys this just to kind of throw this out here. But I am seriously, this is something that I feel like God is like calling me to do, but I've kind of been like not leaning into it, is doing a live event. So, and we've kind of talked about it. So I'm thinking it's just kind of maybe for 2019. But the first thing is that I'm not going to do anything. It's going to have to be done right. So if that means it takes me a year to get it what I want, then I will use that time. But before I do a live event, it will have to be done right. We're also trying to have baby number 2. And I got some other stuff going on. So it's got to be right for the family and all that good stuff. But I do see that kind of maybe in 2019, a live event. Because I was talking to somebody the other day. And I forget what we was talking about. I was through an email. And I was just like, you know, I was like, I have to meet you guys. Like, I have to be able to meet you guys in person. And we just sit down and talk and just have, you know, just a nice little intimate setting and all that good stuff. But anyway, that might be in the future. So I definitely need to work on that. All right, reading some more comments. People are coming in, y'all. But I got to get up off of here. Natasha says, yes, weekly, please. And she says this is great. Okay. All right, listen, y'all. Get your mind right. Links will be down below in the video. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys, as always. Yes, Natasha, I know. I think it'd be so much fun. I want to do something like a little bit totally different too. So anyway, all right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Get your mind right. Do everything I said. Do it, okay? Do it, execute, implement, and you will definitely see your results change a little bit, okay? So anyway, the links are down below. You guys have a great Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week. If the Lord's will, I will be back here next Wednesday around the same time, and we'll come back with another topic. If there is anything that you want me to talk about, please leave those in the comments. If you're on YouTube, I forgot to tell you guys this. My YouTube followers and subscribers that are watching right now, you are watching the replay. But if you are new, subscribe to the channel and be sure that you hit that notification button so you can get notified of when these videos get posted, usually every week. Give or take life. Okay, life happens and sometimes I don't get to do them every week, but give or take. All right, y'all keep getting these comments come in and I can't get off of here because I'm not going to leave without looking at a comment. Shayna says, okay, gotcha, Shayna. All right, ladies, I'll talk to you guys next Wednesday. Y'all have a good rest of your week. And as always, I am sending you my prayers of encouragement and success your way. Bye.